Okay, so you want to buy an arcade. Find a building, buy machines, stock your prize room, hire staff, and watch the quarters roll in. But there's a problem. Arcades stopped using quarters a long time ago, and until you understand why the quarter disappeared, you won't make a single cent of profit. In a modern arcade, 90% of every dollar put into a machine gets collected as revenue. For every dollar you put in, the house spends only 10 cents on prizes and keeps the rest. The margins are insane, and they give you cheap, imported prizes the house bought at wholesale. It sounds like the perfect business, but the truth is almost none of that 90 cents will ever reach your bank account. It goes into all the other expenses along the way. Paying your employees takes about 25 cents of every dollar. That's floor staff, the front counter, and the kitchen. Another 32 cents goes to rent, electricity, and repairing broken machines. Because when you run dozens of machines, they break, and often. 11 cents is eaten by depreciation, the machines losing value every year whether they break or not. A $12,000 cabinet is worth less the day after you buy it, and worthless before long. And that last 17 cents covers everything else. Head office, the interest on the money you borrowed to buy all of this, and taxes. Think about Guitar Hero. In 2009, the arcade version landed on floors for about $7,000 a cabinet, right as the music game craze was peaking. 2 years later, the craze was dead. Activision shut the whole franchise down in 2011, and every operator who bought one was left with a $7,000 box nobody wanted to touch. That's depreciation. And machines are by far the biggest cost in the building. A Mario Kart racing cabinet runs about $12,000. That spin the wheel jackpot game, $10,000 and up. A Terminator gun game, around $8,000. Big Buck Hunter, close to $8,000. The NBA hoops, where you shoot against the clock, $9,000. A skee-ball lane, $6,000. The punching game, $4,000. The Flappy Bird ticket game, around $6,000. Even a plain coin pusher is a few thousand. None of it is cheap, and you need dozens. Add it all up, and for every dollar that goes in, a giant like Dave & Buster's keeps about 5 cents. And that's on a good year. In 2024, Dave & Buster's did $2.1 billion in revenue. Their net income, $58.3 million. Remember when I told you you wouldn't make a cent until you understood why arcades ditched quarters for cards? Let me explain. The reason arcades can stay afloat at all is because of one thing: redemption games. The ones that spit out tickets you trade for prizes. Redemption games bring in 40 to 60% of all money on an arcade floor. You see, arcades figured out one psychological trick, and it's the thing that kept them alive. You don't go to an arcade to have fun. The rise of video games, mobile games, and social media occupy that space. You go to the arcade to win prizes, or really, the possibility of winning prizes. Leave a comment and tell me the biggest prize you ever won at an arcade. And the whole system works because of that card. A quarter is honest. You feel it leave your hand, and the leftovers go back in your pocket. A card, it hides all of it. You load $30, the game charges in chips, 6 here, 9 there, and you lose track of what anything costs. You see, if the arcade asks you to spend 4 quarters to play Mario Kart, that adds friction. So they don't. You simply tap and pay 9 chips. The arcade got your $30 the second you swiped, before you played a single game, and whatever you don't spend, you don't get back. Those balances are non-refundable, and the house books them as pure profit. Real money goes in, arcade money comes out, and arcade money never turns back into real money, so you keep swiping. The arcade has made spending $30 effortless, and after you've been swiping for a while, it's time to check how many tickets you've collected. Let's head to the prize room. The prize room is where dreams are made or broken, and where your real profit margin lies as an arcade. That giant plushie that feels like a $20 toy costs the arcade a few dollars, bought by the pallet from overseas. To the house, it's a $3 stuffed animal. Remember, the math is, for every dollar that goes into the machine, 10 cents is used to buy the prize. So that $3 prize represents about $30 fed into the machines. The prize costs $3. Winning it costs $30. And here's the part that keeps the whole thing running. You do win. You win constantly, but only in tickets. And when you go to spend those tickets, you win more. Every prize sits on a ladder. 200 tickets gets you a bouncy ball. 1,000 gets you a Chinese finger trap. The prize you actually want, oh, that one is 8,000 tickets, locked behind the glass. And every rung you reach reveals what you could have if you just loaded up your card one more time. You're winning, it's just that you're always a few thousand tickets away from the prize you're really chasing. But what about skill games like the Claw, Keymaster, or Stacker? The truth is, everyone has a board inside with a payout setting, a number the operator picks. Take the Keymaster. The factory default pays out once every 700 plays. At $1 to $2 a play, that's up to $1,400 going into the machine before it lets go of a single prize. So as long as the prize is worth less than that, the house literally cannot lose. Sega got hit with a class action lawsuit over it in 2021 because players thought they were buying skill when they were really paying into a payout schedule. The Claw is the same trick. It's wired too weak to hold anything until enough money has gone in. You line it up perfect, it grips, lifts an inch, and lets go. You didn't miss. The machine just wasn't paying out this time. You feel all of it at the prize counter. A kid walks up with a fat stack of tickets, feeling rich. The prize they want costs 8,000 tickets. They have 600. They pool everything with their friends and still can't afford it. So they walk out with a handful of cheap candy, imported toys, and a bouncy ball. Sound familiar? And the real prize, that stays in the case, where it's been the whole time, waiting to pull them back next weekend. You won all afternoon, and you still couldn't afford anything. That feeling isn't a bug, it's the product. The product that makes sure you come back. A nickel. And that nickel only exists because of one thing this whole video started with. The arcade killed the quarter. A quarter was honest. You knew exactly what you spent, and the change in your pocket meant you could walk away. That's exactly why it had to go. The card doesn't let you walk away. It just asks for one more try. The arcade isn't selling you a game anymore. It isn't even selling you a prize. It's selling you one more try, and that single nickel of profit is built entirely out of people who almost won.